Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is Ask Hugo number 36.
Oh fuck. So
Yeah, I know.
We're about due to buy a convertible, like a hot red one, and then divorce our wife.
Yeah. It's good times though. Last time we did a live Ask Hugo that lasted like 2 hours. That was actually a lot of fun, so we'll probably do that again in the future, but for now, back to good old recordings so we can edit ourselves when we fuck up.
Well, also, this is a light week. Hugo is celebrating something on Thursday. Hugo, would you like to tell the people what we're celebrating on Thursday?
Me and my girlfriend's 4th anniversary. I can't imagine anyone gives a fuck. Don't think
Nah, it's
anyone
cute
cares.
though. It's cute. It's adorable.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we're giving Hugo the day off, and so we didn't do CQR. But next week we got a whole litany of things, including Creation Adventure Team. So look forward to that.
Yes. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions. Well, I guess all of them that I have. I picked them.
So we're gonna fucking Russian roulette one of these out.
I did not make that dismount very smoothly.
Here we go. Mary Mongoloid asks Hugo why.
Great
or
name.
I guess just he asked the universe, why does Hugo look stoned as fuck?
This is a good question. This ties into why I'm so squinty all the time. For one, I'm very squinty all the time. I don't
You're
know
a little
why. It's
squinty.
just
Well, you look a lot like your dad, who is squinty, and
Yeah.
I think isn't your mom kind of you know,
a little.
maybe
And,
she did that while you were in the womb.
Maybe. And secondly, it's these lights. For instance, Jake has the same lights as me, but his are further away based on his room setup. So I have very bright. You know when in school picture day you had the lights where it's the umbrella that's reflective? It's like that, but they're in my fucking face. And it's actually very harsh. I actually got to get some softbox lighting for this room that would work
you gotta
better.
keep your eyes open like you're in an amateur porn.
Like, I can force my eyes open, but it does hurt a little bit. And I'm not going to wear sunglasses during recording because I'm not a fucking douche.
Why?
So,
Why? No, it'd be sweet.
no, it would not.
No, it'd be so sweet because you could have like different gimmicks. You did the Kanye's once.
No, I'm
Be a good
thinking no.
time.
But
Be a good
yeah,
time.
it's the lighting. Got to get some soft boxes.
Soft Box is the name of the softcore porn I was accidentally in once. Colt Stovic? Holy shit, are you like a war hero? Are you two ever going to have Brad Jones on for a chick tract, and is it pretentious to refer to Game of Thrones as a Song of Ice and Fire television series? Those are two very disconnected questions. That's why I kind of stumbled at the last part, because I was trying to figure out how those were related. They're not.
Yeah. As to the first point, for a chick tract, probably not. I don't know if that's his thing, but
He'll probably be on Unpop with us at one point. He said he was interested, but he's doing the movie right now, right?
he's working on his movie Jesus Bro right now, which sounds pretty funny. If you don't know, it's basically a parody of the Christ-exploitation films like God's Not Dead and Heaven is For Real. It's a parody of that. He raised like, how much was it on GoFundMe? Like 50? It was somewhere between $50,000 and $70,000 he raised, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And he's done, him and Stone Gremlin have done some like camp like B movies before, like on purpose. They make them campy and funny.
Yeah, and they're working on another one called like Shot on Shitio, which is it's on like VHS tape bat, you know. Anyway, that'll be funny. I talked to him about it. If we might review that when it comes out because it's tangentially related to the Christian. It's hard to do comedies though because you know. But yeah, he is probably coming on Unpop when he has the time, and it wouldn't shock me if in the future he had like a cameo in one of our Christian movie reviews because he also does those. But it's just dependent on
It'd be funny
time.
if we could do like a crossover episode.
Yeah,
but I would understand why he wouldn't want you people in his comment section.
I get it. Also, our styles are a little, for movie reviews, they're a little bit different. He does it more traditional nostalgia critic style, and ours is...
Well, also, he's a character when he does that.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know.
But it would be
we'll
funny,
see what happens.
so we could probably work it in. But yeah.
Oh, and
also, the second part, though. The second part's important to me.
I don't know if it's like douchey, but like a lot of people aren't going to know what you're talking about. Like I know what a Song of Ice and Fire is, but a lot of people don't. And also Game of Thrones is more popular than the books at this point. So it's a little pretentious, but yeah. So it's like the series is like 100 years from
lazy.
now. I'm just saying, 100 years from now, I think people will remember the TV show more than the books. Not that I'm saying the books are bad. I'm just saying it's more accessible, and that's why it's more popular.
Sure. Also, there's titties.
Khaleesi.
No. Why? No, I want to see. I want to see Dinklage titties.
You know what? I kind of want to see. This is a general question I have about little people.
Dick?
What's the dick situation?
Right.
Yeah, dick situation. What's up with that? Is it dependent on what kind of dwarfism you have?
Do you think it's kind of like, well, Peter specifically has like he has a handsome dude regardless of his height. But do you think that like it's either or, like he either has nice balls or a nice dick? Because his hands are sort of weird. So what if he has like a sausagey dick and normal balls, kind of like his fingers to face thing? I feel like he can't have it all together down there.
Either way, I guarantee his cunnilingus game is fucking amazing.
Oh wow,
he seems like the kind of guy who's like gets a lady and he's like, oh yeah, let me take care of you.
Is it fucked up to talk about this? I can't tell. Like, actually, I'm genuinely not making fun of Dinklage.
No, I'm not.
I love Dinklage. He's great.
He's a great actor. He seems like a cool dude. I'm not being facetious.
Have you ever seen him in that movie with is it Father of the Year? Is that the one where Robin Williams is suicidal?
No, that's Angriest Man in New York.
Oh, that's right. His brother is Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
They never once mention the fact that he's a little guy. Not once. They don't make a joke at his expense. It doesn't come up at all. And he's fantastic in that movie.
You know why he gets away with that, but people like the guy who plays Mini-Me can't?
Why?
Because Peter Dinklage is actually a good actor.
Right. Oh, he's a fantastic actor. He's an amazing voice actor, too.
Yeah, he's except in Destiny. They had to replace him. But that's
Dinklage. Fuck you for being pretentious. None of your business. Who thinks they are very clever? Asks Hugo. Well, kind of yells at Hugo. Flushable wet wipes don't dissolve. You are a monster.
This came up because I mentioned at some point, I don't know when, that I need the flushable wet wipes. I don't feel clean without them.
Well, also, you have like a butthole thing going on.
Like, okay. If you don't know, I forget what they're called. In the actual sewage industry, if you work in city water lines in the sewer, there's something. Oh, fatbergs is what they're called. It's like things that people flush down the toilet, but they don't dissolve. They basically clump together and create issues for the plumbing. They clog stuff up. They're called fatbergs. So it's like the flushable wet wipes that. It doesn't matter if on the package it says they're flushable. You're not supposed to actually flush them. I do because I'm a piece of shit, but. That and people who flush pads and tampons.
Also, you don't want turds in your fucking trash can.
Yeah, and just a bunch of stuff, and it's disgusting apparently, and it's a huge hassle. But here's the thing: my diet, consists of. How do I describe the consistency of my poops? Okay, so when the toothpaste tube is almost out, so it's real hard to get the stuff out, and there's still some in there, but no matter how hard you push, you can't get it out. That's every day for me.
Oh god.
So I need the wet wipes, otherwise
you need to diversify your fucking butt portfolio. That's what it is.
No kidding. I need some. At the very least, I could do for some Metamucil. Throw that shit in 1 glass a day, maybe solidify the poop.
You should do lines of Metamucil in the morning. Just wake up and take a bump.
Yeah, I need more fiber in my diet for sure.
Oh,
but for now, I'm sorry, sewer workers, you have to deal with my fatbergs.
I wonder if in your area all the fatbergs are yours. Like,
I'm a considerable percentage. Like when I eventually do move, because I plan on moving eventually. Man, those sewer workers are going to have a mystery on their hands. Oh my god, what happened?
They're going to trace the fatbergs back to your anus. Save my skin, asks Hugo. Hashtag Pizzagate has exploded. A guy showed up to the pizza place with an assault rifle. Oh, okay. What the fuck, people?
This, if you guys don't know, in the live Ask Hugo, we talked about this briefly. Pizzagate is a conspiracy theory, and I don't mean like, conspiracy like people. I mean like crazy conspiracy theory.
Like at least 9/11, you could be like, oh, okay, I could understand where you're coming from. The evidence isn't necessarily pointing that way, but like that's within the realm of possibility. How about that? I will entertain that.
But Pizzagate came out through the WikiLeaks emails and some emails with Soros, where they're talking about getting pizza, basically. And I think they used the abbreviation CP at one point for cheese pizza. And, of course, being the reasonable people they are on 4chan and Reddit, the conspiracy people decided, wait a minute, CP, that's child porn. This pizza place must be distributing child pornography.
Wait, but isn't it also Comet Pizza?
Which then, maybe it is, I don't know. But then they went on to say, it's not just child porn, it's child trafficking, and they're filming the porn there, and they're raping the children, and then the weird...
At the pizza place.
And then the weird religious people decided it's a satanic cult that Soros and Hillary Clinton are involved in, and they sacrifice and eat the children at the pizza place.
Do they put them on the pizza?
I don't know. I
How's
try
the
and stay away
pizza
from...
connected?
I don't think it's necessarily connected, but
the pizza place is a front.
The pizza place is a front, yes. Now,
Why
hearing that, it sounds kind of funny. Like you could see if this is like a moon conspiracy, you could see it and kind of laugh. But
hold on, let's analyze that for just a second.
Okay.
A front. You do a front not so that you can rape kids and like eat them and film it. You do a front so you can launder money. There's no money. I mean, maybe the trafficking part of it, but like I said, you might think, oh, that's kind of funny that someone's so ridiculous that they got this bought into a conspiracy theory. Now, I would say that's pretty funny too. Now, here's the problem: it's an actual, like, it's not even a chain. It's not like a Pizza Hut. It's like a family owns this pizza place, and now all these thousands, if not tens of thousands, who knows how many crazy conspiracy theorists have been calling and harassing this pizza place, just trying to make fucking pizza for people. And yeah, it was in the news. A guy drove 5 hours with his assault rifle to this pizza place. Took a shot, right?
Investigate. He wanted to go in and investigate, and he brought his rifle because he, just in case I need to protect myself. I don't think he was planning on like shooting it up or anything. I just think he thought in his crazy mind, I'm gonna be in.
Jump me.
He watched one too many action movies or something in his life, and he thinks he's all of a sudden a super badass who's going to go in there and fucking free children. And like, I guarantee that 5-hour drive to that pizza place, in his mind, he played through so many situations where he breaks in and they're onto him, and he breaks into the basement and there's children and he saves them all and he's a national hero. No, you're an idiot who brought a gun into a pizza place, you fucking idiot.
Is this going to be the fucking 9/11 JFK thing that we got to deal with for the next 5 years? Is Pizzagate really going to be it? That's the one you're going to plant your fucking flag in? That one.
Reddit actually ended up banning the Pizzagate subreddit because they were intentionally harassing people, and now it's moved over to the conspiracy subreddit and also the Donald, which I hope both of those get banned because, oh my god, cesspools. They make Reddit unusable.
I don't know how I feel about banning stuff.
Or how do I put this? For certain subreddits, they quarantine them where you need an account to opt in, and it also doesn't show up on the front page of all.
I guess I'm fine with that if it's causing problems. It's their website. They can do whatever the fuck they want. It's like the Twitter thing.
Pizzagate legitimately was like, here's the phone numbers, call them.
Oh, no. Yep, no, can't do that.
And some of that's moved over to conspiracy. But yes, I do think they should at least quarantine them, because holy shit. They're making Reddit fucking unusable. And for people like, oh, the Donald Trump subreddit, you can't ban it, it's whatever. Okay, fine. Just quarantine that, quarantine the politics subreddit, quarantine everything like that, and then you can go looking for them. But I just want my dank maymays, guys. That's all I want.
Turkey Herder, are you too good to say... I don't know what language that's in.
Say it.
I can't...
Say it. I picked this question so you would have to say it.
No, but I can't.
You fucker, you say it.
VTVSD asked Hugo.
Oh, you asshole.
So you're
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper.
I'll never give this to you. I'll never give it to you.
I'll sneak it in there someday. I'll make you say it.
It's never going to work. It's never going to work. All bolded. VTVSD says, so you're saying that the peaceful, fun-loving Muslims will blow stuff up if we keep alienating them? Aren't you saying that Muslims blow stuff up? I know that this was... I forget the context of this. Do you remember the context? Because I remember reading this comment after we uploaded that video.
Yeah, I remember. The context was basically we were talking about the potential backlash of Donald Trump's America and how Muslims get treated. We were essentially saying, hey, if you start as a society treating Muslims as second-class citizens, if you infer that all of them are pieces of shit, it'll further stigmatize them and possibly help harbor more radicalization.
Oh yeah.
Now
obviously.
this person took that to say we're saying I don't even know exactly the point. Either they're trying to say
I think they're saying that they do it anyways, even though we treat them reasonably. So why treat them reasonably?
Right.
But that's no.
You're misunderstanding the entire point. Is that radicalization happens, and this happened recently. A couple of things happened. Usually, it's second generation immigrants, not first generation. It's people who are born in America and are Muslim. Now, as you're growing up, if you're Muslim and you were born here but your parents weren't, and society looks at you as a piece of shit and assumes you're a certain way because you're a Muslim, right. I think you're more likely to feel stigmatized by society and not a part of it. Therefore, you are more likely to be radicalized, and
sure.
It hampers what's the word I'm looking for? It stops them from assimilating, essentially, into the culture. So they feel separate in the society from the society.
Alienation is a quick way to radicalization because, for instance, the first generation, the people that immigrate to the country, have experienced the other side and know that, hey, if they've chosen to immigrate to the U.S., under most circumstances because it's a better situation for them, or the UK or whatever. But second generation never had to deal with the shit their parents had to deal with. So they think grass is greener over there. These people are pieces of shit, and the pieces of shit might be true because after 9/11, I had an Arab girlfriend from Kuwait in the early mid 2000s, and she was born here and dealt with a lot of shit post 9/11. But if you know, Kuwait was someone we helped save from Saddam during the Gulf War. So she was over there. She was born here. They went over there literally in the middle of the conflict of the Gulf War. She was there. And when she came back as a child, she doesn't remember any of that shit, faced all sorts of stuff in 2001 and a couple years after. It got bad for every Arab, and she's not Muslim. She is an atheist. You know what I mean? It does happen, and it's not okay. And I could understand why someone would be radicalized totally from that. If you don't understand that, then you're part of the problem for that. I'm not saying be nice to everyone for no reason. I think everyone deserves a modicum of respect up front. Of course, they could lose that respect, if you blow shit up. But just outright blacklisting a group of people based on one part of their life is not a good way to make sure that we don't radicalize anyone. Because blowing them up radicalizes them. Going into Afghanistan, saving them from the Russians, and then leaving them to rebuild them damn selves radicalizes people because they look at us like, oh, well, we helped you get into this situation. Now we're just like, fuck off, do your own thing. It's so much more complex than just Muslims are bad. Many Muslims are bad. Many non-Muslims are bad. Muslims just happen to have the most radical, currently, system in place, so they're the loudest. That's why a lot of foreigners think that all Americans are gun-toting, racist Southerners. Because they're the loudest minority group. You know what I'm saying?
I can already see the comments going, oh, are you guys blaming America for terrorism? No. You didn't listen to anything we just said.
No. I'm just saying, actions you take help radicalization. Now, actions you take when you think you're... just being nice to them also will not help stem radicalization. Being nice to ISIS and breaking bread with them is not an option. I would never argue for that. And I'm not saying, not all Muslims... I'm saying some of them deserve to be wiped off the face of the fucking planet, and some of them do not.
All right. Question answered.
Oh, Dinklage!
I didn't even remember. Yep.
Chimera tip. I think. The worst Star Wars movie, ? Holiday special doesn't count, because that would be my pick. Worst Star Wars movie.
Episode 2. I don't even have to think about
Episode 2.
it.
Yeah.
Episode 2 is the worst.
Well,
Episode 1's pretty bad.
Episode 1 I was gonna give That was my between. It was 2 or 1, but Qui-Gon.
Yeah, there are some things in episode 1 that do kind of work. Episode 2, there's not a single thing in episode 2 that I think I like. Like, I'm not being like, there's not a single thing. No, legitimately, I've thought about it.
That's the Clone War. That's when he goes to, like, Kamino and stuff, right?
I don't like anything in episode 2. No, that's not true. At the end, the one unique thing we did get that we never got in any other Star Wars movies is the big stadium battle with all the Jedi. That was kind of cool.
Oh, I guess that was pretty cool.
Dozens of Jedi. But everything surrounding that is shit.
Mace Windu was rad. Yeah, no,
I don't even like Mace Windu. People, I get Samuel L. Jackson. I don't like Mace Windu, though. I don't think he does anything.
I don't know. I just thought he was cool. Maybe that was it. Like, Boba Fett doesn't do anything either, but he's cool.
Jango Fett? I always get them confused.
What? No, Jango's the dad. Boba's the one in the originals. No, I'm saying Boba Fett is also cool, but didn't do shit.
Gotcha.
At all. All he does is die. He doesn't actually do a thing. Like, he does a lot of off-screen stuff, but, and there's that theory that he killed Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, but still.
Sure. I don't like how they had Boba Fett's dad in this.
It made the universe real small, and I know The Force Awakens didn't help that argument, but it does feel like there's an offshoot of the former Empire. It feels like a much larger scale. The Rebels seem to be like it's a diverse group. Like I don't think Poe Dameron is related to anyone. I'm really hoping that they don't make Rey a Skywalker or the other Solo twin. If they go Solo twin, I think she probably is, but I feel like Han would have recognized her. You know
Maybe.
What I'm saying?
I don't
know.
Like,
why wouldn't they know that? I don't know. But all that aside, 2 is the worst.
Have you seen the holiday special, by the way? Like, all the way through?
I have not been able to get through it.
I sat through it.
It's bad.
I sat through it twice. Here's why. First time I watched it straight with no commentary, just because I thought, I gotta know. Fucking atrocious. Like, even by the standards of the 70s, like this, like how did this get made? Really,
how long
guys?
Is it?
Oh God, how long is it? It's at least an hour.
Oh shit.
And it's hilarious because this is right after Star Wars came out. And Mark Hamill, I don't know what they did to his face in that, but it is so weird. It does not look like him at all. It's like they caked him in so much makeup, and it looks like they put like a weird Luke Skywalker wig on him.
Isn't what's her face from Golden Girls in that?
Yeah, she played Maude. I forget her name.
Yeah,
but yeah, she's in that. And
why can't I think of her name? God damn it!
It was like a weird variety show, but none of it was good. And
it all took place in the cantina, correct?
Parts of it took place in Chewbacca's house with his wife.
Oh, that's
child,
right.
And grandfather or father.
All things he shouldn't have.
Yeah, logistically. Wait, Chewbacca has a house?
Why does he abandon them and hang out with Han Solo all the time?
And we never hear from him again,
Right, of course not.
And his house, it's like, you know how in the Flintstones it's like normal modern things, but Stone Age? His house is like a normal 70s house, but Wookieified, if that makes sense.
Right, and I guess you could make the argument that maybe he settled down after Empire, and they didn't, obviously the TFA wasn't in the works. So he's like, I don't know, maybe he has a family now, who knows? In this crazy world.
Just so strange. And if you have drugs or something, I guess it's probably watchable because it is just so fucking 70s weird.
It's so like cringe, though. It's like genuine cringe.
Jefferson Starship shows up and plays a fucking song. Wait, were they Starship yet, or were they still Airplane?
I don't know.
I think they were Starship at the time, which is probably why they picked them. Oh, Starship. Yeah, very strange. And then the second time I watched it with the riff tracks on, and that's pretty funny. But yeah, Star Wars Holiday Special. If you get a chance, I mean, there's plenty of you can get the gist. JonTron did a review. Nostalgia Critic did. Pretty much every online reviewer has done a review that are
Except
all
us.
very funny. I'm not gonna fuck that shit. Go watch JonTron's. It's my favorite one of those. Very funny.
Anyways. Last question. HS0003. He's a robot trying to act like a human. Hugo and Jake, would you rather bleed out of your mouth after eating or bleed out of your ass after pooping? See, I replied to this comment when you wrote it down, and it still holds true. This implies that I don't bleed out of my ass after every single poop.
I was going to say that too. not jokingly, it used to be really bad. Here's a fun fact about me.
Oh no, this is the butthole thing I was talking about with the aloe wipes earlier.
I have internal hemorrhoids, probably in part due to my diet. So it used to be really bad, and every couple of years it'll flare up, and I'll have to go to the doctor and get some suppositories to stick up my butt.
This is why, by the way, I say if Hugo and I were gay together, I would have to be the bottom because Hugo would rip. I mean, it's just factually correct.
So, like, usually the standard for most times is, I'll wipe, and by the end there'll be some blood on the paper, but it's not like gushing. But when it flares up, oh boy, it looks like I murdered a small rodent in the toilet bowl, and then I pooped on it. So that's my life, and
I have one poop story, and I won't go into too much detail, because it wasn't me. A girlfriend I had at one point in my life, but not the current one.
Well, I automatically think I know who this is.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You probably would know because it was several years ago. She had some tooth surgery at one point, and so she had to take a bunch of painkillers. And if you know anything about painkillers, sometimes it can give you constipation. Well, she wasn't very, she was she had an iron deficiency anyway, and she wasn't very regular, as it happens. A lot of women are not. And so a few days go by, and she's like, man, I haven't pooped in a while, but I feel like today's the day. I was like, all right, I support this. And then I am not fucking kidding you. It's the biggest turd I've ever seen. She was worried about it. I have this right here. Okay? This is pretty big. For reference, there's my face. It's the same size as this microphone. It was this. I don't know how that happened, but she did it. And I'm not making fun of her because I am genuinely impressed. I am still impressed by that. And she was embarrassed and stuff, and I'm just sitting there you should not be embarrassed. This is a modern day version of slaying a dragon. That would be so hard for me. And she goes to flush it, and that did not happen. It was too big for the hole. I'm not making any of this up. I don't know if you can tell.
Break it up or something?
We worked at it. It was.
What did you use to break it up?
Well, she did it. I wasn't gonna play with her shit. I just. I think she used. I don't know. I'm sure we had something around there, like a fucking old ruler or something. I don't know. I forget, but. Oh, buddy, and I'm not exaggerating. It was like a burrito from Chipotle, but a whole burrito. It was craziness. It was absolutely insanity.
With guac or no guac?
Probably some guac.
Okay.
But not on the outside. There was no lubrication at all. I mean, that thing was I bet if you picked that up, you'd be like, holy shit, this is 5 pounds.
She should have weighed herself before and after.
Well, she didn't, of course she didn't think it was going to be a fucking world record shit. I bet that's probably the biggest turd in human history.
I wonder what the biggest. Well, I mean, some people have to surgically get I'm let's say natural, not non-C-section shits.
No C-section shits. I bet that's up there. That's got to be up there.
Well, there's got to be an upper threshold to the average person,
Right, and guys, we've all seen our girlfriends' buttholes. That shouldn't have worked.
Anyway,
and by the way, that caused problems similar to Hugo's for a few weeks.
Oh no!
Right. I mean, look at that. Anyways, so she's fine now. I'm sure. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but anyway, hope she doesn't see this. I don't think she watches. I think she hates my guts.
Nice. Anyway, So thanks, everyone, for the holiday season. Just in time for that, I have a deal for you. We forgot to mention it in the last episode, actually.
That's shitty of us because trying to sell those.
We're doing a TBR Christmas shirts. They look like this. They're kind of like ugly Christmas sweaters, but not ugly because they got our logo on them. So
right, they're pretty rad. I'm actually really excited about them. This is the only time we're ever going to do this. Next year it'll be a totally different design. So you only have until the 19th. That's the very last day.
And they're the absolute cheapest we could make them, by the way. Like, literally, they will not let us sell them cheaper to you. We're making, like, no profit on this. It's just...
Right,
hey,
I want to do a thing. I thought it was fun. Anyways, you can follow Hugo Reloaded. You can follow me at Bible Reloaded. You can press the buttons at the end of the video. You can subscribe to all the things.
Yeah, definitely watch more videos. There'll be probably a suggested video at the end of this. Definitely click it.
Yeah, it could be anything. Who knows at this point?
If you are subscribed, make sure you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notifications, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from us every time we upload a video, like they are for.
If you like and comment, apparently it's not happening.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is happening with that. So, I'm not trying to fucking beg for likes, but
it's a whole. If you watch anyone else talk about this, they're saying the same shit. Like and comment if you want to. Hopefully not get unsubbed. It's so stupid. Anyways, and by the way, that YouTube is saying it's a bug. Okay, it's not a bug. You're fucking us. Merry fucking Christmas, YouTubers.
I should have gotten a graph or something together for this, but literally you can see that the days we upload videos, the bug happens and we lose subscribers, which never happens. We lose subscribers, everyone does, but it's always like a positive net gain, except until this bug came around, and then on days we upload, bam, lose subscribers like instantly. It's insanity. So, yeah. Make sure you check and make sure people you are still subscribed to them, because YouTube's all fucky right now.
And if you like us, just subscribe anyway. You know?
Yeah, so thanks, everyone. Until next time, I'm Hugo.
I am Jake.
And this has been Ask Hugo number whatever I said at the beginning. I already forgot. Too much thinking about poop.
Dude, that tear was so big.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was like the Moby Dick of poops.
The poop represented desire, destroying yourself.
Yeah.